Alright guys, so the water is done. So what I usually do if I'm going to make my water change on Saturdays, Thursday night, I bring out my unit and leave the water making overnight. By Friday morning the water is ready, and then Friday morning all I do is just drop the salt in there and I leave it mixing till Saturday. So all I do now is just pretty much we just roll the bin. Right, so basically what I just do is I have this Rio utility pump that I use for mixing my salt water, and I also use this pump to pump the water into the tank when it's done. Have my salt, my mixing, my cup. Takes about 15 of these cups to make the water at 1.026. I already have it all measured out. Basically what we do is we just throw the pump in, connect it, and start throwing the salt in there so it can start mixing. Alright, so as you see, the pump mixes the water pretty good. I'm getting ready here to just throw the last cup of salt. Alright, now I'm going to leave this mixing till tomorrow, till Saturday, and then now I don't have to throw a heater in there because this pump brings the temperature up on the water to about 82 degrees, and temperature on my tank stays at about 78 degrees. So all I do is once this is finished mixing and I turn off the pump, I just let the water cool down to room temperature. Temperature in my house stays at around 78 degrees, so then once that's done, it's ready to go into the tank. Only other thing you might want to do is within a couple hours you might want to check the salinity, make sure the salinity is right, and then after that it's ready to go into the tank. Alright, so salinity and temperature are matching the water in the tank, so the water is ready to go into the tank. To siphon out the water from the tank, I'm going to be using this hose I purchased by Aquarium. It comes with this attachment here that you can use for siphoning out your sand or your rock. For installation, comes with this end here where you can install in your the sink in your bathroom. In my case, I install it outside on my garden hose faucet. It's a stronger water pressure, so it creates a stronger siphon. Now, if you don't want to purchase that, you can also just start an old school siphon by mouth using just a regular hose. You're probably going to need another empty brood on wheels so you can siphon the water into. The only problem with that is that you're going to have to worry about then dumping that water out. And if you ever wanted to siphon your sump, you're not going to be able to do it that way. That's why I prefer this method here. If I want to clean out my sump, I can just siphon the sump, and then any water I siphon just gets dumped directly outside. Now you also want to make sure you have your water gallons marked to make sure you are putting back in the exact amount of water you're taking out. In my case here, I have my marker is right there. That marker there marks exactly 25 gallons that I'll be taking out of my my tank. Now you want to make sure you also shut down all your equipment before you start siphoning out your water. Alright, so let's go ahead and connect the hose. Alright. Alright, so as you can see, the hose is connected. Water comes out through there, creating the siphon. Water from the tank comes in through here and it gets dumped out outside. Let's go inside. You can hear the suction on it. It's pretty good. So what we have to go ahead and do now is just start siphoning out the water up to the marker line there, which would be our 25 gallons that are going to be pumped outside on the streets. Alright, so as you can see, we've taken out the 25 gallons. Not quite to the mark there because I did siphon water. I siphoned my sump out. Water's a little cloudy because I siphoned the sand. Now it's ready to go. All I did was attach the tubing to the same pump that I was using to mix my salt. Now the pump is pretty strong, so it pumps the 25 gallons back into the tank in approximately about 3 minutes. So what I use is this filter sock that I put at the end of my hose here, and what that does is disperse the water nicely to not disturb the sand or the fish. So let's get it plugged in. There we go, so we're pumping the water in. Using this method with the filter sock, you can hardly see the water coming in. It disperses the water nicely. And that's it, guys. All we have to do is just wait for the tank to fill back up.